thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for honoring the CAF anthem. Because once again, the protocol remain observed from the highest capacities, the board of directors from the South Sudan Football Association, the local FAs and some local FAs, club administrators, and of course, referees as well. Thank you so much for coming. Let me take you quickly through the starting 11 for both sides, as the game will be starting just in a moment. Let's start out with Salaam Wow, who happen to be the home team, dressed in all white. In between the sticks, they have Robert Joseph Adu, of course, he's joining shot number 1. Then we have Paul John, joining shot number 22. Khalid Juma Saleh, joining shot number 8. Walid Dahia Mohammed, joining shot number 5. They have Joshua Deng, joining shot number 4. Akin Morwell Thomas, who was voted man of the match in the match against Marik, is joining shot number 17. Manoko Joseph is of course joining shot number 10. They have Daniel Gum Santino putting on shot number 25. Justin Ton Makur putting on shot number 21. Rushdie Hassan Santino putting on shot number 20. And of course Osman Mohammed Musa putting on shot number 14. Summarizes up the starting 11 for Salaam FC from Wow. Looking at Salaam FC goal, they have their usual suspect in between the sticks, Paul Michael, putting shot number 26. Of course, in defense, they have Majula Dean Alier, putting on shot number 16. Daniel Guy Makir, shot number 19. Mading Makir, who was working man of the match against Marik Benju, putting on shot number 3. Majok Akwa, putting on shot number 21. Mabior Herjok, who happens to be, of course, the top scorer at the moment, putting on shot number 9. Joe Riak, number 11, of course, in that midfield for Salaam Bor. Bear Dr. Malok, put on shot number 15. Daniel Bear Mob, put on shot number 14. And of course, to summarize the starting 11 for Salaam Bor, we have Kwan Manuan Deng, put on shot number 12. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the starting 11 for both teams. And of course, game will kick off just a minute. And of course, let's have this game celebrated in a very peaceful way. May the best team win. Good afternoon, make yourself comfortable and welcome to Brook Technical Center.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen from all walks of life. Welcome to Buluk Technical Center. It is day 3 of the South Sudan National League. Of course, a derby by all standards. Definitely a tournament decider. It could be Salaam Bor and Salaam Wow rather. Of course, it's the derby of the peacemakers. In case you're watching both teams for the very first time, putting on all green is Salaam FC Wow. Putting on all green is Salaam Bor, all white is Salaam Wow. And of course, this game right here comes at a very crucial point. Both teams are on 3 points and 2 goals registered to their names, and nothing to separate both sides. But of course, you think this game right here could be so decisive in this very particular tournament. Whoever wins, whoever claims maximum points right here, you could think they could stretch the table and go by 3 points clear on top of the log. Of course, lagging behind is Marik FC from Bentiu. Well, this is SSF TV. Make sure you subscribe, like, and of course share with your friends. Let them also be able to watch the South Sudan National League. Doing commentary, my name is Dadisco211, and of course we will have a whole team of analysts joining us just in a bit. Mind you, Salaam will depend so much on the services of Mabior Herjok, aka Lewandowski, for the goals. Meanwhile, Salaam Wow will definitely be counting over on Morwell. Morwell definitely is a very fine player. Of course, what a man of the match in their last game against Marik. Of course, Osman Mohammed Musa, he's the last player to walk onto the pitch after coming on to change his boots before even the official kickoff. And a moment from now, we should be able to hear the whistle, which would indicate the start of the game. Of course, for an analysis while commentary goes on, I'll be joined by Alafi Jonathan. And of course, game will be kicking off just in a bit.
Right, I think you that is so much a brilliant game it is. We're talking about more of a peacemaker derby, and I'm talking about Salaam FC of that is wow. Meanwhile, Salaam FC of Bor ready to gear up, ready to show their momentum in this very national league. And probably I'm talking about the final stages of this very league, and you think that yes, any team can definitely make it. To remember, all of them have pulled up. That's a one win each in the last games that they have ever played. And talk about Salaam beating Merrick, and of course a free one. And don't forget Salaam FC of that is wow, actually is the latest team to beat the same Merrick by the same goal margin. So it is a do or die game. You think that yes, it is a more of a deciding part. Remember, these two teams seems to be so much favorite in this very national cake, but then all in all ready to gear up.
Ladies and gentlemen, there goes the official whistle for the game to start. It's Osman with the ball. He sends it into his center half. Of course, he's captain to the right, but of course opts to go straight into central defense. Salaam wow, getting the game underway. And of course, Salaam Boris Ray up attacking. They have the ball through Chol Riak passes the ball, but of course it's a very soft one taken. And of course they win possession back. Salaam Bor trying to break into the very horn half. Chol, who happens to be the captain, he's the man with the ball. Now here comes Majur Adim. Majur Adim sends the boy on the right flank, kind of keep the ball in play. Not really. Goes out of play. Throw in for Salaam. Wow. High momentum for both teams right here. A total of 4 goals each have been scored in the previous 2 matches. And of course, Salaam wow scoring 3, Salaam Bor scoring 3, and conceding 1 apiece. Those are the statistics for these particular teams so far. Now here comes Salaam wow. It's a long one forward, perfectly controlled, 2 men to beat. But of course, he Dilly was through. He has an opportunity to make the run into the final area. Can he make that cross? Crosses the ball, a very soft one. But of course, long shot, and of course, Kwal Michael makes the first action of the game, punches the ball out of the danger area, and Salaam Bor survived that very particular scare. Here they come. Choriak beats one man and goes down with a free kick for Salaam Bor.
What a game it is, and one of I call it world-class save from Mr. Kwal, one of the first taste of the very game right now, and of course he got really so much close from just number 19 for that team Salaam FC of wow, and they look so much good in the midfield department. I mean in the partnership, and probably the team looks so much, of course, really to gear up. I'm talking about Salaam FC of wow, looking using their pace so that's so much good. And of course, the captain himself is Mr. Juma. This time, remember, in the last game it was Mr. Oliver, but in this time around is Mr. Juma for that Salaam FC of that is wow. And what a chance of Salaam FC of wow. And things that could have been so much a little bit different in this very game right now as I talk. Right now, it is still 0-0. What a chance for Salaam could have yes done something so much different. What a pace player he is. I'm talking about just number 19. He is one of the newcomers. You think where was this guy in the last game they played? Just number 19. Very brilliant player he is for Salaam FC of wow. But then still 0-0.
Well, talking about the man Banoko. Here comes Salaam Bor through Biar Thombok looking for that is the ball, but of course hardly got it right. Of course Salaam wow are trying to chase the ball for an offense. Referee temporarily brings the match to a standstill. Of course Salaam have a man down. The captain doesn't look really fine, and of course will have to be attended to by the paramedics. Salaam Bor, by all standards, have been the team that has suffered most injuries in this year's National League. But of course, somewhat, they've always picked themselves up and come again. You think it's too early, but of course, there is already a conversation between that is Osman and the coach. Salaam wow, trying to put everything in order early enough. Well, here comes the throw in for Salaam Bor. Taken quickly, and of course the captain that was just down He's the first man to get the ball, but of course misplaces the ball. Here comes Salaam. Wow, looking for an offense. Can they get a job done? Beautiful passes into the final third, but of course kept at bay. Here comes Daniel Guy for Salaam Bor. Daniel Guy, he beats his man, has options. Final wins a throw in. Majur Adim with a long throw into the center half. Makher doesn't keep the ball in play. It's going to be a throw in for Salaam. Wow. And Osman is already on the ends of the pitch, ready to take the throw in for Salaam. It's a fight. It's a bullfight right there. And of course, Majuradim does the job perfectly well. It's a throw in for Salaam Bor. And he's the man handling the ball right there, ready to take it. It's a long one right there, looking for Biar. But of course, Biar is dispossessed. Here comes now Salaam. Wow. Salaam Wow through Marwil. Marwil sweeps the ball into the 18-yard box. Send back. How far can they go? Well, it's poorly executed, but of course, a great game plan. Here comes Cholriak for Bor. Here, Cholriak beats two men. And of course, wins a free kick for Salaam Bor. And of course, the first yellow card of the game flies in the air. Of course, the fans from Bor of course, late ablaze. They're already clapping and jubilating the moves being made by the club's longest serving player. That is Cholriak, during shot number 11.
Cholriak's pace seems to be paying off for this overall game. Remember, he's a pace enough. He have got all the momentum or all the mindset in a dribbling passer. That's the defender, and that's something that he looks so much set. And he is seeing a Mabior in this start again seems to be something that, in other words, Salaam FC of Wow might think that they have got another reason to probably argue in this overall game. But then, looking into this overall game, I talk about the halftime. Trust me, you would think that in the last 5 minutes, definitely Salaam FC of Wow seems to be the favorites in the in the last 5 minutes of this first game. But then Salaam FC of Bur try their best. Remember, the last 3 games that Salaam FC of Bur won, all of their wins came from behind. It was all about coming from behind to beat their opponents. So can they do the same in this first game, or else this time around they're going to be probably trying to make it early? Or what about if one team, the names of Salaam, will surprise them? Salaam FC of Rada, that is of Wow, will definitely surprise them in early stages. It also remains a very big question. But yes, so much brilliant football. Both sides look so much set, momentum so much high, atmosphere seems to be so much high, including the climax of this very game is really so much massive.
Clearance right there from danger. It's going to be a throw in for Salaam. Wow. The fans have been known for being the most jubilant people, but of course they are yet to start the morale boosting. They are yet to turn Bullock Technical Center into a Signal Iduna Park. They have a throw in on the far right. And that player goes down. Because will seek medical attention right there. Like I said, Salaam have a mountain to climb in beating injuries. Every match they have players to be attended to, and today they are missing the services of Agok Michael, who has been an instrumental player to this very particular team. Picked up a knock in the previous game, and of course eventually isn't available for selection today.
This is South Sudan National League, and this is 10th edition, and being sponsored by Zen South Sudan. We want to welcome all the board of directors from South Sudan Football Association, who are president, the chairperson of our competition committee, and all the guests of honors that are around. And I would like to say also that thank you to each and every person who has stand up.
Well, here comes the throw in for Salaam. Wow. It's a very long one into the area. Brushed. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get it? Not really done. Poorly executed. But of course, quite close to breaking the deadlock. Michael fumbled a little bit. Hit the woodwork. But of course, he was able to get the rebound. And of course, contact was made. Lucky enough, he wins a free kick for the side. Salaam Bor. Quite close right there to breaking the deadlock.
you'd think that yes, it's all about lucky being on the side of Salam FC of Bur. It was really so much in terms of lucky, and yes, they were actually so much lucky. Remember, it was almost a cracker. It was almost a goal for that is a Salam FC of wow. Remember, Salam FC seems to be overpowering this Salam FC of that is Bur in terms of yes, in energy, and of course talk about energy level, how they normally create the chances, how they control the ball, how they normally contain the pressure. So Salam FC of wow seems to be defining their name, but no one can underrate Salam FC of Bur. They always know what they do. They always know how to control a game that have got too much pressure. So maybe that's something that they're going to be doing in this very game. A foul already for Salam FC of that is Bur.
Mukuiza Mading Mark here. Mading Mark here. Who will leave that and goes up front. Here comes Majur Adim. Majur raises the ball up into the area. Of course, cleared away from the danger area by Ajo Deng. Here comes Salam Wow. Trying to get out of the danger area. They win a free kick in the process. An opportunity for them to regroup. Of course, coach says clear the area. He doesn't want nobody left behind. That job right there will be done by the goalkeeper. I'm talking about Robert Joseph. One man carrying two Christian names. He has, of course, Rushdi Hassan to the right. Of course, he opts to go forward. Captain Khalid Juma sends it forward. There's no one following that ball up. And of course, the man Majur Majok clears for Salam Bor. Here comes finally Salam Bor trying to break out of their own area. Pass the ball to Mading Maker. Mading raises the ball to the left flank, trying to find Cholriak. He beats one man. It's an opportunity for Salam Bor to bring it down. Can he shoot? Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the first goal of the game. Cholriak wins the possession, breaks into the area, and makes no mistake, sends it into the goal. Doing, of course, a very, very tight space. It sends it to the bottom right corner. It is Salam Bor 1, Salam Wow 0. Of course, Salam Wow being the first team to concede is going to be a job to do for them right here in this very particular Salam derby.
What a goal it was. Mr. Chol is a happy man. Remember, ever since the game started, he has been so much instrumental. He was always making things run for Team Salam FC of Bur. So much pacey. The pacey for him is too much in this very game, and really overtaking one defender in the names of that is a just number, of course, that is a 22 for Salam FC.
Doing what is known as the Dergal dance. It is a traditional dance practiced mostly by people from Jonglei and Central Equatorial State. It is exactly what they are bringing to this very particular game. They have a throw in. Here comes Mading Maker. Here comes Salam Bor. Poorly executes it. Of course, Mading Maker wins the possession back and he's dispossessed. Here comes Salam Wow trying to break out. Beats one man. Passes the ball to the right. They have a number of wide shots in the area. Can you cross? Perfectly defended right there. Of course, sends people out of the danger area. But of course, Salam Wow still have the ball. Can he cross? No. Great defending right there from the man, a guy. Here comes Salam Wow looking for an equalizer, trying to respond immediately. But Salam Bor is too strong. They're not allowing anything to go to Kuala Michael. He had the breakout. Cholriak is, of course, causing havoc to Salam FC. Wow. Mabur Herjok is yet to be involved. But Cholriak looks to be a wildfire. Of course, Salam Wow finding it hard to keep him at bay. A throw in for Salam Bor. Majur Majok sends it to Cholriak. Majur claims the possession back. Majur crosses into the area. But of course, taken by Ajo. Beautifully controlled, but dispossessed. Here comes Salam Bor into the area. Majur Adim is dispossessed. Here comes Salam Wow. Salam Bor will have to give that ball. They will have to forfeit it. A courtesy of an handball committed by the talisman Mabur Herjok.
Right, football seems to be one of the beautiful game. Of course, seeing Mr. Charles seems to be a man of the mission. He is probably the guy that you think this time around in this very game. He's a big secret weapon for this team called Salaam FC of that is Abur. If not Mabior, then Chol is ready to turn things around for Salaam FC of Abur. Is something that we are already seeing in this very half tight at any time game. And if not Salaam FC.
Well, here comes a long swing in, cleared out of the danger area. Salaam Bor pick the rebound up, trying to break out. Of course, they have possession. 1-2. They have two men up front. Of course, Salaam. Wow, it's a very slow back pass right there, and finally cleared away by Robert Joseph. Start the ball in their own area. Joe Deng looks for that is Daniel Goom. Daniel Goom is squeezing the ball. Here comes an opportunity for Salaam. Wow, to equalize. Assistant referee says no. You left it before the ball was released. And Salaam Bor survived that scare. An offside call it is. And of course, a bit of communication right there between Guy and Kwal Michael will give that is Salaam Bor a bit of room to reorganize themselves.
Right, what a chance it was, but in Sul this same Salaam FC. Right, what a chance it was, but in Sul this same Salaam FC of wow, keep doing this. Trust me. First time, of course, the first one, it is an offside. The second one, no one knows whether it will be an offside. What about the third one? They'll be surprised if the same pass will be given and something might be not going like in terms of an offside in this very game is one thing that I'm seeing. So if Salaam FC of wow can really use those passes very well trying to place the same kind of passes, believe me, they can pull a goal before even what you call 35 minutes according to what I'm just seeing this very game. But yes, Salaam FC of Abur seems to be settled already, and of course they looked so much a formidable side already, and of course defensively the team looks like Salaam FC of Abur looks to be so much settling already, of course due to probably the chance from the fans and the atmosphere at Bullock. Yes, the team looks to be so much settling. I'm talking about Salaam FC of Bor.
Of course, finally Salaam Bor win themselves the goal kick. It was more of a bullfight in the process, but of course, lucky for them, the man that is Daniel Goom was the man that had the final touch on the ball as it headed out, and of course, a goal kick was eventually given. Here comes Solriak for Salaam Bor. Captain Guy sends it beautifully controlled. Salaam Bor no longer in a rush. Beautifully slid. Of course, an opportunity for Salaam to break into the area, but of course, kept at bay. Here comes now Salaam. Wow, through the captain. Of course, Khalid Juma. Salaam Bor do not have so much of the time to relax. They're keeping the ball away. Banoko is in a hurry. Of course, slides out. But lucky enough, he gets back on his feet. Here comes Osman Mohammed with the throw. It's a long one to Goom. Can Goom turn very fast? Goom sends the ball into, that is the feet of Ajo Deng. Ajo sends it out to the right. Here comes the man, Ajo Deng. Here Osman sends it into the area. Opportunity to shoot. Cleared away from danger area. Salaam Bor survive. Here they go again. Cholriak sends it to the left flank. Who is there? Of course, the talisman Mabur picks it up. Can he go? He beats one man, he beats another. Cholriak picks it up. Goes past one, goes down. Referee says no. Here comes Madik Maker, wins it back for Salaam Bor. Majur clearance right there for that is a Salaam. Wow, a very long one. Can Daniel Goom come there before the goalkeeper? Kwal Michael, as usual, being shaky and sloppy, but of course this amount doesn't flip and doesn't fold. Here's an opportunity for Salaam Bor. Goes all the way through to Robert Joseph. Robert Joseph sends it to the right flank. Salaam Wow. Kwan Manyuan sends it out of play. Throw in for Salaam Wow. Roshidi Hassan sends a long one forward. Cleared away into Salaam borders half. Flipped forward. A free kick won for Salaam FC. Wow. Joe picks it up right there. Joe is a central defender, but of course breaking so much into the mid, trying to help. You could see and think this is the same tactic Pep Guardiola employed against Real Madrid. This is exactly what John Stones was doing. A central defender that was operating more in the midfield. You think that is the same thing Joe Deng is doing for Salaam FC of Wow.
Right, really seeing very good tactics from Salaam FC of Wow, and of course so much tactics from also Salaam FC of that is Abur, seeing Mr. Bial playing at the right of course that's a winger, and operating more in the middle, leaving out the right actually flank so much open. I'm talking about just number 15, the name so far, that is Bial, who plays for Salaam FC of that is of course Abur, and it actually looks like so much needed. And if we go critically and find out, you agree with me that this goal, that's the reason why you would see Salaam FC of Abur looks so much in terms of power, getting the ball in the right way that they want, and of course trying their best, and the combination between Mr. that is Chol and Mabior or MB seems to be so much good today.
Of course, the Salaam ball still in the substitute bench. Here comes an opportunity for Salaam Wow to get the job done. Goes down, referee waves it off, and clearance is made in the process. How far can Salaam keep holding on to this 1-0 lead? Salaam Wow trying to get across. Of course, deflected out of play. Throw in for Salaam Wow. Job to do. Efforts being put in place. Pressure being mounted on Salaam Bor. But of course, the four men at the back are standing so tall and so strong. Majura Dim, Majur Majok, Mading Makir, Daniel Guy, keeping the job done right there. Here comes Mabir MB. MB brushes the ball forward, but of course that is quite too long. Robert Joseph grabs it for Salaam Wow, sends it to the man Rushdi Hassan. Picked up quickly. Of course, an infringement, and that's going to be a free kick for Salaam Wow. Salaam Bor systematically growing into the game in a physicality. And of course, they have given away so far 3 free kicks in a row. But of course, lucky for them, all these are very far from the danger area. Rushdi Hassan. Rushdi finds Osman Mohammed. Osman sends it to, okay, here comes Kwan. Kwan looking for MB. MB has limited options. And Fozia finds Kwan. Can he keep the ball in play? He does. Can he cross? Here comes a long one. Of course, grabbed by Robert Joseph. Pressure brought under control for Salaam Wow. A long delivery from Robert. Ball bounces. Here comes Daniel Goom. Removed from the danger area. Ball goes out begging, but of course kept in play. Here comes Cholriak. Sent through to Mading Maker. It's a long one right there. Nobody follows it up. And goes all the way through to Robert Joseph.
Seeing Mr. Major in the defensive duty for Salaam FC of Abur looks to be something that is really paying off. Remember, he plays at the left, so that's a flank, and he's actually preventing Salaam FC of that is Wow in terms of arrow balls, and it looks something that maybe he is actually made to do in this very game. Mr. BR operating at the right flank, and of course looks so much good for him. I like these tactics. Talk about these very tactics. You think that Salaam FC of that is Abur playing without a winger, but definitely there's a winger. And seeing Mr. that is I'm talking about just number 3 for Salaam FC of that is Salaam FC of Abur looks so much good. I'm talking about Mr. Mading, and yes, something so much critically is something that we're yet to see in this very game. Mading having good passes in this very game is something that, yes, he is actually made to do in this very game.
Here comes Banoko for Salaam Wow. Force the ball to Goom. Goom for Salaam Wow. Goom goes all the way through. Here, can he get the ball? No, he doesn't get the ball, and of course he goes down in frustration. Here comes Soriak, sends a long one forward. Can he get the man Biar? No. Of course, Osman Mohammed sends it back to Robert Joseph. Robert gets the ball in play. He doesn't have so much time to waste. Rushdi Hassan, Osman Mohammed, looking. Of course, he has Banoko to the left, but of course opts to go forward for the man that is Khalid Juma. Here comes Salaam. Wow, can I get the job done? Not really. Daniel Goom putting 100% of the job right there, but of course Salaam Bor being so solid at the back, not allowing Goom to penetrate to meet. That is Kuala Michael. Salaam have an issue. They have a player down, and a captain Guy Ball complains, and finally it is brought to referee's attention. The man that will need attention is Kwan Manyuan. He has been making very, very special runs and special blocks right there, and you would think he has really so far been an exceptional player for Salaam Bor.
What a player he is, and of course seeing just number 21 Amina Trolov Babel sitting down for Salaam FC of Bor. Do you think it will be something so much a little bit hard, but thank God he's up on his feet, and this opportunity is used by those players in terms of water break, in terms of what they call tactical talkings or tactical advices from the technical team to this full team is something that yes, most of these tacticians are normally doing it right now in this very game. Yes, both sides looks on toes, both sides looks ready, both sides looks ready to define odds, but then right now Salaam FC of Bor is really having something probably to smile at the end of the day, because they are leading by a goal to 0. Can Salaam FC of that is a wow respond remains a very big question, seeing a number of big names in this very game. Just number 19 for the Salaam FC of that is a wow. The names of that is Mr. Joseph looks so much set in the first of the first 5 minutes. He was he was a talk of the game, but then silencing him was Mr. That is Majur, okay, silencing him in this very game. So in this game, anything can still happen, and don't forget referee seems to be giving something I say to be a fair ball, and of course Mr. Osman is the guy to take it probably into the middle, try his best to check for his forwards, including just number 25. The names of that is I'm talking about one guy in the names of course Mr. Daniel, a very good player he is. Mr. that is Mr. Goom. Okay, he's called the Goom. All right, Goom seems to be a guy to watch in this very game. But then one thing or two is when Salaam FC of Wow will definitely spread the passes to give him all the through balls, or all of what they call the nicer through balls to him. He can do something. So what a touch from just number 5 is it goes on.
Marwell sends the ball on the left flank, and they keep the ball in play. Yes, he do. Here comes a very soft one right there. Systematically sent out of play. Salaam Bor are not here for nonsense. They are here for maximum results. Here comes it's a long one right there. Goes out wide. A goal kick for Salaam FC Bor. Of course, a captain, Khalid Juma, leading by example right there, stretching his leg and trying to see if he can catch the man Kuala Michael by surprise. But of course, his effort goes out wide. Here comes Mading Maker. Sends it all the way through the middle. Here comes Salaam Wow, who gain possession. How far can they go? Salaam Wow, it's a Joe Deng with the ball. Sends it to the right flank. He has 2 options. 1-2, Khalid Juma. Khalid Juma's pass goes out wide, throw in for Salaam FC Bor. Salaam Bor, knowing quite well, they have barely played half of the minutes in the 45 minutes. They are not in a rush. You would think this is a method of hibernation. Madik Makir comes as for the ball, but of course Biar gets the ball, and assistant referee says it's a throw in for Salaam Wow. Osman gets it underway. Here comes Salaam Wow. Here comes Daniel Goom is played in. Can he beat this man? Can he cross? It's an opportunity for Khalid Juma to shoot. Oh, can he get the rebound? Yes, for Salaam. No! Job not done. And of course, the referee finally whistles, sends a signal up that the goalkeeper need to be checked upon after having that collision. But of course, you would think he has done exceptionally well. keeping the ball out and keeping the rebound out of play as well. Qual Michael right there, being a wall right there in front of the sticks for Salaam FC Bor.
Well, so far two world class saves. Saves from his start. That is a call. It's something that he cannot actually forget. Meanwhile, a collision from, of course, a striker and of course, applies the goalkeeper, Mr. Kwal, seems to be nothing so much injury for Mr. Kwal, the goalkeeper. About Kwal Michael. What a save from him! He really rescued something for Salaam FC of Abur. Otherwise, it could have been something so much different right now as I talk. And what a performance, what a pressing football from Salaam FC of wow. You think that yes, they want to buy goals, they want to go to the market and buy some goals probably in this game. What about if they can and make it 1-1? And of course, it's something that yes, is already in the back of their mindset right now as I talk. I'm talking about Salaam FC of wow getting a goal. Mr. Gumnai, that's Daniel, seems to be a man for a mission, operating from the left flank of course of the ground and trying and placing it in the middle. Can he actually do that in 2 or 3 occasions in this every game? Trust me, something would come through for Salaam FC of that is wow side. But then right now, critical conditions for both sides as I talk. And can Mr. Michael Kwal wake up is a very big question because he's nursing an injury in this first game. But then yes, very good defenses from Mr. That is a Majur, of course, a guy that is really playing a very good football for Salaam FC of Bur.
Well, of course, Qual Michael right there, finally getting back to his feet. Of course, the game should be underway any moment from now. It still remains Salaam Bor 1, Salaam wow 0. Salaam wow have a free kick. Here comes the corner kick. Beautifully done! Kept at bay! Beautifully blocked, and finally Salaam Bor win themselves a free kick in their very own area. You think they have survived this scare already? And of course, they'll be looking at rebuilding. And of course, putting themselves in that very particular driving seat as they have been doing in the past few minutes. They're breaking out. BR joins Mabur in the attack. Here comes the delivery. It's a very strong one, sent back into the area. Face the goalkeeper, can he shoot? It's a very weak one and goes out wide. A goal kick for Salaam Bor. And of course, goal kick it is. But of course, you think they had an opportunity to equalize, but he was quite anxious and he had to shoot when he was quite too far. Here comes the delivery. Majura Dim beautifully controls, beat one man and goes down. Madi Makir sends Biar in a race. Can Biar keep it in play? Biar keeps the ball in play, yes, but of course he has a job to do. Can he be the player? Can he be? Yes, he goes through. Dili Dazzles. Biar finally is dispossessed. Here comes Salaam Wow. And of course, that through ball is miscalculated. Goes out for a Salaam Bor throw in to be taken by one Majur Adim. Outstanding player. He is evergreen. Of course, he will take the throw in right there for Salaam Bor. Not so much seen from Mabur Herjog so far in this very particular game. He has been silenced. But of course, you can never rule him out. As long as you have a goal post, Mabur Herjog will find a way and he will score. He doesn't care where the game is taking place. If it is in the neighborhood or in the streets or in a football stadium, Mabur Herjog will always find a way to score. Of course, as medics check on BR, you think that could be an opportunity for other players to have a gulp of oxygen. Here comes Majuradim with a throw in for Salaam Bor. Control was not a very great one. Goes out for Salaam. Wow. A throw. Osman Mohammed with a long one. Majuradim First touch, not a very great one. But of course, here comes Osman. Osman beautifully sends it through to the midfield. A long clearance for Salaam. Wow. Majura Dim sends it back. Madik Makere doesn't do so well right there. But of course, lucky enough, Mabir Herjok falls back deep into the midfield, trying to contribute. Goes all the way out for a Salaam. Wow, throw in. Started quickly. Here comes now Salaam Bor. They win the ball. Beautiful work right there. Great footwork. Passes the ball in between two players, but of course he couldn't get out in that very particular tiny space and wins a free kick for Salaam Bor.
Winning a free kick in this very scenario is something that yes, of course, Salaam FC of Bor is the one looking for. And yes, a long one. And of course, seeing Mr. Mabior looks to be a top hitter. That is a set in this every game. But then trust me, he's a bit silenced. He has that is go 2-1 just as said. And of course, the presence of Mr. Hassan and Justin Tone for Salaam FC of that is a wow. So be a big reason for Mabior in this very game. But yes, I remember these guys have got the physique, Mr. Hassan, and of course Mr. Justin Tone. Physical fit for Salaam FC of that is a wow is one thing that yes somehow is the reason as why Mr. Mabior seems to be struggling. But I know him for one thing. I know him for one thing, not two, not three, not four, but one thing. He can score a goal at any moment of the game. That's Mr. MB or Mabior.
Well, here comes Salaam Wow, trying to find an equalizer before the halftime break. They have a throw in. Osman quickly rushes right there to take the throw. Osman Mohammed sends it into the crowd. Can he clear? Yes, finally cleared by Majur Majok for Salaam Bor. It's a long one back into the area. Contested for, but kept out of the danger area. Another clearance made right there. Here comes a guy ball for Salaam Bor. Can he clear? And finally out of danger. But of course, Salaam, wow! Long one right there, stretches his leg. But of course, goes off target. Goal kick for Salaam Bor. Juan Michael taking his time to get the game rolling. He has been put to task, and he has shown why he is Salaam Bor's number one goalkeeper. Beautiful brush from Biar. Can MB get there before the goalkeeper? Sent to the far right. But of course, Robert Joseph comes out, sends the ball. It was a very risky one. Almost gave it away to Chol Riak. But lucky he was, ball went out of play. And of course, Salaam, wow, with the long one. Biar of course, Mam sends it back into the midfield. Here comes Kwan. Kwan's pass is taken by Salaam Wow. They're trying to break into Salaam Bor's half. Here is a long one. Sent out of danger. Of course, he goes down. Rivari says, play on. Beautiful, of course, a technique right there from, that is Kwan Manyun. He still goes on. He has two players to beat. Can he cross? He's taking his time. He still goes on. Finally crosses. Quite too long right there for MP. Brazil is still kept in play. Salaam Wow through the number 5 for Walid Dahia. Trying to break out. A beautiful walk right there, falling deep into the midfield. Here comes Juma. Khalid Juma sends it to Banoko. Banoko sends Khalid Juma. Khalid Juma crosses opportunity. Cleared away from a danger area. Hajo Deng. Here comes Salaam Wow. Hajo shoots. Blocks it, and it is a corner kick for Salaam Wow. Coming in hot, coming in from all angles. The one and equalizer, and the wanted now, Salaam Wow. But of course, guy stands in the way. Goal, of course, corner kick it will be for Salaam Wow.
A commanding football from Salaam FC of wow is something that we're already watching in this first game. I talk about Mr. Juma, who probably could have gotten something for this team called Salaam FC of wow. And seeing a corner kick for them is something that somebody might think, yes, it can come as they want, and of course as they are commanding Salaam FC of Bor in this very game. And seeing shots from any corner of the pitch, and seeing a good that is tactics in this very game.
Beautiful execution right there. Brushes the ball past Kual Michael. We all saw that coming. They were looking for it, and they finally get it. And it's a beautiful goal for that matter. Salaam, wow, back in action. What a game, what a day we are having. Salaam Bor, fans were dancing Dergel. This time round, the favor goes the opposite direction. And Salaam, wow, fans are sent into jubilation. Here comes Mading Makir for Salaam Bor. Mading pulls the trigger, doesn't release it. Mading, Osman Mohammed, Salaam, Majuradim, Mading Makir. Mading Makir looking for a quite. It doesn't get it, of course. Salaam, wow, survive that real quick. How far can they go? Khalid Juma, Joe Deng. Here comes an opportunity. Daniel Goom, and offside call from the center referee right there. Salaam, wow, are still red hot. They want it, they want more now.
What a goal from Mr. Walid. It was one of, to me, the brilliant goals of this National League. What a flashing header, what a free header, what a header from Mr. Walid for Salaam FC of Wow. And it looks so much dangerous somehow for Salaam FC of Bor. Remember, Salaam FC of Wow wouldn't be sleeping in this for game. Probably they're going to be adding some momentum, fresh momentum into the game in this game. But they're seeing someone already down. Salaam FC of Wow looks so much worrying. But then 1-1, good football at a Bullock this very evening.
Well, what a tournament we are having. So far, it's been all goals in this very particular edition of the South Sudan National League. There's not a single game that has ended goalless. Because the least scoring game had 2 goals to 1. And you would think this is a blessing for football lovers. It is always beautiful to celebrate goals. And the Salaam Derby is living to the hype and the expectations. Salaam, Biarmam, who has been down, gets back to his feet. And of course, Salaam tactician sharing a word or two with his skipper, Guy Boal. And of course, Kwan Manyon as well. Whose goals from this very particular game have been exceptional. Cholria with a solo effort, picking it up from Guiza, Bol John, beating. That is Walid Dahia, and finally sending it into the bottom right corner. Walid Dahia, who was the last man to be beaten, goes on the opposite direction and responds with a flashing, of course, a brush, send it onto the far right corner where Kwal Michael couldn't have access to. Salaam Bor looks like will be forced to have an early substitution. Looks like Biarmam will continue. Kuza, you think that bringing in an all-weather player, Malwala Jang, he plays literally every position. He's one person who is like Valverde for Real Madrid. Even if he deployed him in between the sticks, I'm pretty sure he'll give his 100% for the club. Here now comes Walid Dahia for, that is Salaam, wow. Taken by, of course, Joe Deng, wanted to look for Daniel Goom. But of course his pass hit the referee. And of course a fair play rule. You think that ball will be given back to Salaam. Wow. Of course, as expected, ball is given to Salaam. Wow. Is Joe Deng sends it to the right. Can he keep the ball in play? No. Poorly done right there. Throw in for Salaam. Ball taken by Majur Majok. Choriak brushes the ball past the player. And of course, he's finally dispossessed. Here comes Majur Majok. There's a long one forward. You think that is too far. Goes all the way through to Robert Joseph for Salaam. Wow. Robert Joseph. 4 additional minutes to be played in the first half. You think this is a result of so many injury concerns for Salaam FC. Bor. Here comes an opportunity. Salaam, wow. Trying to get a second in between the last 8 minutes of the first 45 minutes. They have possession. Final dispossessed. Here comes Kwan Magnon. It sends it to the left flank. An opportunity. Can they keep the ball in play? It's a chance. Of course they keep the ball. But of course dispossessed finally. And that right there is going to be a goal kick for Salaam FC. Wow. Daniel Biermam puts on the beeps and walks away from the technical area. You think he will completely be out for the remainder of the games. Physically, you could think he is not ready for the games. He was up for his examinations. He didn't play in the group stages. This right here is his second game for Salaam Bor. The first he could not complete because he had a knock, and he has been withdrawn in the first 42 minutes of the second game he's participating in, and that could look like the end of the road for him right there. Daniel Biermam, who is the official captain of the team, Salaam FC Bor.
Right, seeing Mr. Biar probably announcing the injury, it remains something very big concern for Salaam FC of that is Bur, and of course what can just number 5 add into this very game as he's coming up for this team called Salaam FC of that is Bur, and of course he's a very brilliant player. I'm talking about Mr. That's Manuel, of course Ajang, the guy coming up just number 5. You think it is the first season for this Africa game, and of course at Buluk, yes, what can he bring remains a very big question. Can he bring something to do with that is of course game changing or mentality? Those are things that yes, maybe he can be bringing in this Africa game. Meanwhile, Salaam FC of Wow seems to be having already that is something what they call the IQ for what they call in this Africa game probably, and of course remember they were a goal down and they scored. So can it end 1-1? And of course any team that can take the chances are so much serious at the halftime is a team to walk away with this very game in terms of winning it is something that I'm already seeing it right away.
Of course a free kick for Salaam. Wow. Captain Guy Ball right there handling the ball in the process. Salaam will have to send that into the forbidden area. You would think they will have to take their chances as the first 45 minutes are edging closer to an end. Here comes the delivery. A bit one right there, but of course the brush out of danger. Opportunity to shoot! Off target. But of course you would think that was worth the try. Salaam Bor will have the final kick of the first 45 minutes. Guy Ball, the captain, will be falling back into that central defense. Is of course Malwal Ajang will be stepping to the midfield. The target is Cholriak. Of course he's dispossessed. Here comes now Salaam Bor. They have possession, trying to break. Here comes Mabir Herjok. He flicks the ball. Cholriak dancing through the midfield. He's taking his time. He knows 45 minutes almost done. They are relaxed. They want more of the time off to take a break and re-strategize. Here comes Salaam Bor, taking their own time. Can they finally make a clearance? Majur Majok, ball deflected out, throw in for Salaam Bor. Here comes a throw, sent into the central side of the pitch. Referee finally brings the first 45 minutes to an end. Beautiful football on both ends of the pitch. 1-1 it is. Salaam FC Bor put ahead by Cholriak. What a solo effort. And of course Walid Dahia leveling matters for Salaam. Wow. We'll be sending you straight into that is the halftime analysis, and of course commentary will get back after the halftime break.
Right, what a game it was. What a halftime it was at Apollo Critical Center this very evening. And of course, man of the moment was Mr. Chol Riak breaking the deadlock, scoring the first goal. Meanwhile, Walid, of course, leveling matters. It is 1-1 at Apollo. Do stick around. We are coming after the analysis of the halftime.
Offer being offered to you by Zen South Sudan. Buy in today and enjoy. a wonderful one with Zayn. Zayn, a wonderful one. Thank you so much. Let's catch up again in the second half of the game. And don't forget, for those of you who like to watch the game, it is live on that SSFA TV YouTube channel. You can go on and subscribe to it and get to watch the game. There's a live commentary part of it being done by the Disco 211 and Jonathan Alafi. And don't forget that also we will be having the halftime analyzing part of it. We are going to analyze what has been happening in the first half of the game. Thank you so much.
Put the camera down, eh?
I have a minute with you.
Right.
Thank you so much. I expected the team to pull out the performance against Salaam FC of Wow, because when you look at Salaam FC of Wow, they really had a very good game against that's Al Meruk FC of Bentio. What do you think that is going to happen up in the second half of the game for both technicians on the touchline?
From Salaam FC football, okay, their performance has been that good, but it is somehow the last 25 minutes, they dropped their performance since they scored the first goal. They dropped the performance, and also they gained back the performance after Salaam FC of Wow, scoring that equalizer. But I think the technical bench, because they've been affected with the, we saw them making an early substitute in the last 2 minutes of that is it at the first half. We saw them making some changes, which means that they still have they still have a lot to do in the second half, because Salaam FC of Wow, they have they have that energy and they have that power of playing more.
And what do you made out of your prediction for the second half that's coming up in the next 4 minutes?
Second half of this game, I see the game is still going to continue, settled. Each and every side, they're going to continue with that habit of remaining with the ball at their sides.
Thank you so much for joining me. And that has been my colleague Moses Mabruka, who has been with me for the match analytical part of the game between Salaam FC of Bor and Salaam FC of Wow. And thank you so much for those who are watching on the SSFA TV YouTube channel. You can go on and subscribe, tell more people to subscribe to it and get to watch all the action as we are here broadcasting the game for you live. And don't forget the commentary part of it with us that at the disco 211 and Alafi Jonathan. How been your host Brown Alex, and let's do link up again in the full time for the game, but I'll be taking you back to our commentary team, the Disco 211 and Alafi Jonathan. Thank you.
His cross is a very weak one, a poor one by all standards. And of course, it's kept out of play. Throw in yet again for Salaam Bor. He has two men, Mabir Herjok and Malwal Ajang, who came in as a substitute. Here comes a cross, a beautiful one. But of course, Robert Joseph comes and saves the day for Salaam. Wow. It starts the game quickly. Osman is the target. But of course, Oliver Paul's brush wasn't enough. Yeah, sets him on play. Here comes Osman. Here comes a call from the center referee. What do we see here? It's a final man. He brings Osman down. Are we seeing a red card? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a red card. It's a red card. Salaam Bor reduced to 10 men. Osman making his impact felt immediately. A beautiful through ball, ready to get the winner. And of course, he was technically brought down to keep levels matter. But of course, Salaam Bor will have to fight on for about 43 minutes with a man down.
So much early for Salaam FC of Zabur. Remember, has been the last man standing. It is always so much dangerous to tackle. Of course, a striker that is going to be scoring a goal probably in this in a game of football. And yes, seeing a red card in this first game looking so much sad. Remember, he was actually what they call the last man standing for Team Salaam FC of Bur. What a true ball! What a true ball it was from Mr. Hassan, from of course to that's Mr. Oliver, and probably trying his luck for the first, of course, of this African game. Says it looks to be so much set. Remember, big minutes to play, but the question is, can Salaam FC of Bur try to maintain the pressure? Remember, they have got a number of minutes to play in this very game. But then a very good free kick for Salaam FC of wow. Can they score? Can they make it a 2-1? Or they will waste it? Remains a very big question.
Well, Daniel Guy putting himself on the line right there to save Salaam Bor from conceding in the first 2 minutes of the second half. Salaam Bor will now have to fight on with a man down. Salaam Wow have about 4 shots around the ball, including the man Joe Deng, including Oliver Paul, including Walid Dahia, the man that scored the equalizer. Osman goes out edges. Wide goal kick to Salaam FC Bor. Oliver Paul slicing that ball like he doesn't care. Of course, what a day we're having right here at Buluk Technical Center. The Salaam Derby definitely living to the hype. Salaam Bor, Guy Boal, the captain, will now permanently sit in a central defense. And do you think Biar Thongbor will fall back into the midfield? You think Mabir Herjok MB will be the lone striker? He has been kept out of the game. And you think there's more workload on his shoulders right now to salvage something for the White Doves? Here comes a long throw for Salaam Bor. Goes all the way out. Assistant referee says it's a goal kick for Salaam Wow. Starts quickly. Salaam Wow know the advantage at hand, and they are not trying to waste time. They have a number of options running through. That is players. I'm talking about Justin Thorne. Guy Boal wins the possession for Salaam Bor. Takes a long one looking for Mabir Herjok. Mabir get there before. Oliver, can he shoot? There comes the opportunity for Salaam. Can he shoot? Taken away by Robert Joseph. And the opportunity for Mabir, for Malwal rather. Malwal Ajang couldn't get the job done for Salaam Bor. And now they will settle in for a corner. They're very fast in this particular game, and the fast in the second half.
That's why definitely Mabior is a danger man when playing football. In any game that Salam FC or Fabur plays, definitely Mabior is the man that you need to probably give your eye so much close. Remember, between 3 defenders, 2 of them Mabior manages to go past them, and of course beat the goalkeeper, and of course with something so much good from him. Almost something could have been so much different for Salam Football Club of that is Zabur. So you think that the impact of the red card did not start yet in this very game, having a dangerous corner in this very game. And of course, Mr. Maker is a man to lead his boys to what they call maybe, and of course, using the word, guys, let's go, let's work hard, let's try our best, despite the fact that we are actually 10 man down. Is something that I'm very sure, like so for Mr. Maker, midfielder for Salam FC of Abur, so will be doing in this very game. And yes, maybe they will somehow also look into breaking one flank, or one that is of course a flank, probably to contain the pressure of Salam FC of wow.
Here comes Osman with a shot from far, but of course Akwal Michael grabs it for a Salam Bor. Osman definitely being a standard player for that is a Salam wow after his introduction. A free kick handed out to Salam wow. Of course, Justin Thorne winning against Mabur Herjok. Here comes Osman. Osman has Majur Majok. Majur Majok wins it and protects his ball with his life. Here comes Cholriak. Cholriak sends a low one forward. Here comes Biar Tongbor. Biar is brought down. Rivari says no. Rivari says get up. And of course, slips down right there. You think that right there will be a throw in for Salam Bor? Malwal Ajang picks it, sends it to, that is Choriak. Here comes Majur Majok, sends it to Malwal. Malwal into the area. Khalid Joseph, Khalid Jumarada. Here comes Osman. Osman beats Malwal, sends it into the midfield. Yeah, Walid is for this, but of course a support comes in abundance. Here comes Salam Bor. Malwal Ajang. Here comes a Chol Riak. He beautifully does it, but of course Robert Joseph comes out and saves the day. Here comes Salam Wow through, and that is a Ball John. A ball has the ball on the right flank. He has a number of options, still keeps the ball to himself. Beats Malwal. Ball still going with the ball. Easily sends it through to the center. He gets his target right. Here comes an opportunity for Oliver Paul! Saved by Kwal Michael. The man is on top of his game and of course denies Salam wow another opportunity to grab a goal. Kwal Michael, remember the name.
Cole Michael is a man to remember. He reminds me of there's a Thibaut Courtois of Real Madrid, and of course good saves from him so far. Free world-class saves from Mr. Cole Michael. You think he's a big contender for man of the match performance in this game at Buluka. But then yes, Salam Football Club of that Zabur not feeling the impact of the red card so far in this very game, and they have also discovered something new and trying to break that Salam FC of that is yes wow in terms of a counter-attacking football. That's one thing that of course Mr. Riak and trying also has well his best. What about Mr. Biar? All these guys have got the pacey, so they are switching into counter-attacking football. One thing that I'm seeing from Salam FC of Abur already.
Here comes Majur Majok, sends a low one forward. What is his target? Mabur Herjok could be the man he's looking for. Yes, MB goes all the way through, gets the ball. Can he get the... Yes, he passes it to Chol Riak. Chol Riak has a number of options. Here comes Kwan Manyon. Kwan Manyon beats his man. He sends it to Majur Majok. Majur Majok. He sends it through the middle, looking for Malwal. Malwal lets the ball go through. Here comes now Salam. Doesn't look for completely. Salam Bor are still looking like they are 11 men on the pitch.
That's why I talked about red card, but no problem. Salam FC of Abur is something that we're already seeing. So a dangerous free kick and of course for Salam FC of Abur. And don't forget, just number 8 is a man to take it. I'm talking about Salam FC of Abur. You can call him Mr. That's a Kai Paul. He's a captain of the team, though it went so much wide. Is something that he did not expect in this very, very game. So Salam FC of Abur seems to be added something despite the red card of this very, very game. But then can Salam FC of that's a wow take advantage of the red card remains a very, very, very big question, of course.
Well, here comes the board champions. Looks like they'll be making the second substitution of the game. Cholriak. Malwal Ajang goes down. Referee says nothing to complain about. Play on. Here comes Oliver Paul. Here comes Osman passes the ball easily to Wali Dehia, the man who got the equalizer. But of course, a guy ball comes and saves the day. Here comes Salaam. Wow, with possession again. But of course, it's a long ball that goes all the way through to Kwal Michael. Kwal Michael taking his time to pick the ball up. He knows they are at disadvantage, of course, being a man down. But that is yet to show signs. It's a long one. Cleared away from the danger area by Wali Dahia. Here comes Majuradim running through players right there. Guza Salam. Wow, the ball goes all the way out. Juan Santiago coming in for Salam Bor. You would think Biar Tongbek is the man that will be substituted. It's a long one, trying to go forward. But of course, interception right there from Joe Deng. It's a long one out front, too strong. But of course, the senior referee says no. That was brought from out of play. Substitution. Juan Santiago coming on for Salam. Of course, coming in for Biar, just like I stipulated. Biar Thongberg has been making, of course, extraordinary runs. But of course, Biar will be the man making way for Santiago. There he makes his way into the pitch. There comes the throw for Salam. Wow, cleared away by, that is Cholriak. It's a fight here. Santiago wins the ball fast. Santiago is being put down. Santiago wins the free kick for Salam Bor immediately after coming on. It's a fast attempt. It's a crucial one. And of course, a yellow card flies in the air. Salam Bor are not happy. Madik Makar, to be specific. He says that is the last man that brought Santiago down. He wants more punishment for Salam. But of course, the referee doesn't think so. Salam Bor coach as well, Manyuan, complains to the fourth official, says, why is our current case different? This is the last man that brought down Santiago, but the punishment is not equal to that of a guy.
The offense looks so much similar, but of course, how it happened is something that can somehow make a difference in this very, very, of course, game. But yes, a free kick for Salam Football Club, and of course, Mr. that is Maker seems to be not a happy man at all, thinking that yes, we had the same scenario. Why would you also try to make others so much different? But then yes, Salam FC taking advantage of Salam FC of wow in terms of counter-attacking football and trying to spread the passes so much wide, and trust me, ready of dangerous scenes for that Salam Football Club of that is wow in terms of what we call an injury, and of course is something that doesn't look so much good. Remember, the guy seems to be coming out, and already changes is what they are calling for in that very, very, very game. But yes, all in all, it is still yes 1-1 at Buluk Telecom Center, 1-1. Nothing separating both sides, but then it's all about 1-1 in this very game. What can any team do remains a very vital question in this very, very game. Remember, these two teams are actually the favorites. These two teams are, I mean, they are more of the title contenders in these very competitions at Buluk.
Well, of course, Salam Bor have a free kick, and of course, you will expect either Guy Ball or Mading Maker to go for that. A number of green shots falling into the area. It's good to continue with the game. Well, Tolriak runs back into the field of play. Of course, Guy Ball, of course, are going in. Here's a long one! Goes inches wide. A goal kick for Salaam. Wow! Off target it was, but of course, you think he did amazingly well for Salaam Bor. I'm talking about a Guy Ball right there. Salaam, wow, preparing double substitution in the process. And of course, you'll expect that is, of course, Mabok, shot number 15, to come on. They're looking to apply more pressure on Salaam Bor. There comes the clearance. Malwal doesn't get a grip of the ball. It's a long one. Osman against Majur. Osman crosses. Opportunity. Cleared away from the danger area. Here comes Khalid. Contact made. Malwal is the culprit in the process. Of course, the man, Ball John goes down with the free kick for Salaam. Wow. And of course, you think that opportunity will be used by Salaam Wow to make that substitution. Mabok will be coming on, and of course Kasbar as well will be coming on for Salaam Wow, as they'll be making the final substitutions in this very particular game after having Osman and Oliver Paul come on immediately at the beginning of the second half.
What a crossing from that's Mr. Osman for Salaam FC of that is wow, it was so much close, but unfortunately nobody was in the forbidden area for Salaam FC of wow to probably tap it in or to convert it or to just put it or to tap it. But of course, all in all, number of substitutions coming up for Salaam FC of wow, and of course just number 3, just number 15 as well, all coming up for Salaam FC of wow. You would think, yes, it is a powerhouse coming up. You think, yes, is the energy maybe coming out for Salaam FC of wow. But yes, so far, you will never feel an impact of a red card in this very game right now. As I talk, Mr. Disco, 2-1.
Well, of course, here comes Salaam Bor. They have a free kick around the center area of the pitch. Salaam Bor actually look more dangerous after getting the red card. Here comes Malwal Ajang. There is a chip into the area, and also call from the assistant referee. Kuiza Salaam Bor making a Salaam Wow sweat for the money. Robert Joseph to come and make the delivery. He sends a long one forward. His target is Oliver Paul. Oliver Paul is being held at a police marking. Here comes a Walid here. Of course, dispossessed for Salaam Bor. Nicely done. Beautiful work right there. Of course, here comes the clearance. And finally, an offside call. Rather not an offside call, but of course, referee thinks there was a high foot in the process. And Salaam Bor are not happy completely. And of course, a Guy Ball interferes. And of course, pushes his players back, calms them down, and says, you know what? We still have the game to focus on. Do not let your emotions get the best of you. But do you think that call right there was questionable?
It was so much slightly, it wasn't something so much serious, but the reaction part of it was something that's why the referee decided to of course have come up with a decision in that very, very foul. But yes, a very good foul for Salaam FC of that is wow. And yes, there looks to be, of course, a side that looks favored in this very second half. But then they lack some ideas. They lack some tacticals or some tactics in this very game, maybe to turn things around. Remember, it is all about this National League, and a foul this side around favoring team called Salaam FC of Bur. Seeing Mr. Maker dropping deep in defensive duty, knowing very well that yes, Mr. Malwal actually has to cover his place in the middle, is something that we're already seeing at Bullock right now as I talk.
Full of Kuza, Juan Michael Picks the ball up and throws it to the skipper, Guy Ball. Guy Ball for Salaam Bor. Guy sends a long one forward, looking for Santiago. Santiago flashes the ball through, but of course it's picked up by Salaam. Wow, Santiago trying to make his impact felt right here, making the runs in those tiny spaces. But of course here comes the fight. Of course Salaam can they make the delivery into the area? There comes the opportunity. Shoots! Poor decision right there. Of course, gives the ball away just like that. It's a goal kick for Salaam. A ball. Taken quickly. It's Guy Ball. Guy releases a long one, looking for Majur Adim. Of course, they're taken by Salaam. Wow. Here comes Salaam. Wow. You could think they are systematically gaining ground and making advantage of the extra man they have in the pitch. It's a low one forward. Here comes Mabur Yerjok. A free kick awarded to Salaam Bor. Two men brought down by the same man. One tackle brings down two players. Of course, emotions rising high. Tensions in and outside the pitch rising high. Fans, of course, raging at some of the decisions being made by the referee. Salaam Bor are calling for a red card, but you think the referee says no. That right there is not enough for the capital punishment in football. What are we seeing? It's a red card. Another red card in this very particular game. Well, this is what you expect of derbies. The teams have been brought level. And of course, this time around is Ajoteng, the man that has been coordinating between the defense and the midfield, that sees the red card for bringing down two men with a single tackle and still going at the referee. 10 men apiece for Salaam Wow and Salaam Bor.
Right, 2 goals, 2 red cards. What a derby. We are talking about Salaam derby. And of course, Peacemakers derby at Bullock. So much impressive. If there's a game that you need to enjoy, definitely it is a very, very game. Talking about Salaam derby. And of course, 2 sides are already level. What can happen remains a very vital question. And of course, who can take the chances so much serious? Can Salaam of Bor utilize it, or Salaam FC of Wow will respond in a different style? 1-1 is a scoreline.
Of course, Salaam Bor right there preparing substitution. Garang Mum is the man they are preparing to bring on. There comes Salaam Bor trying to mount pressure on Salaam Wow. The fans are in the mood of dancing. Here comes a long delivery from a guy. Goes all the way through to the goalkeeper. He's cleared from the danger area, but not very far. Goes out. Referee says it's a throw in for Salaam. Wow. The referee says no, it's a throw in for Salaam Bor. Let's see where it goes. Yes, it's given to Salaam Bor. Here comes Salaam Bor. Can they make the cross? Goes all the way. Now here comes substitution for Salaam Bor. Garang Mam. Garang Mam coming on for, that is Malwal Ajang, who was brought in as a substitute, and he's being substituted. You would think he is not fit, because not so many occasions you would see a player being brought in and eventually being substituted. That is the story of Malwal Ajang in this very particular case. Here comes Salaam Bor. Look, beautifully done. Goes past the player, goes past two, places the ball. Can you make a delivery? Here comes a delivery. Goes into the hands of Robert Joseph. Here comes Salaam Wow. Here comes Guy Ball. Here comes Oliver Paul. Oliver Paul shoots from a distance. Goes all the way out. Goal kick to Salaam Bor. What a game we are having at Bullock Technical Center. You should be expecting such games often, especially when it comes to national of course games. Here comes Solriak, beats his man, places the ball to Majur Adim. Majur Adim goes forward. Salaam Bor. Here comes Majur Adim, sends it through to the center. Who is the target? Not really. Majur Majok wins it. He has Santiago to his left. Santiago doesn't control the ball so well, but of course he still has the opportunity to get the ball put out of play. He wins a corner kick for Salaam Bor. Santiago eventually being involved in the game.
Santiago making a lot of runs, creating spaces and creating a pace for Salaam FC of Abur is something that public tactician really wanted. And of course, Malwal coming off again after going on is something that, maybe it will be also a little bit of a tactics in the game. No one knows, but the tactician knows it so much better. And of course, Salaam FC on top of their game in second half. And the corner kick looks as to be something that, yes, they should be maybe converting, or else, of course, making it a goal. Yes, too much fouls in the game, and a lot of that is talk about. That is, of course, anger. Talk about a lot of emotions being controlled, being cooled by the referee. It's all about the derby. Salaam FC of Abur, Salaam FC of Wow. Salaam derby.
Kwan Manyuan, of course, stretched his leg, but of course his effort went wide. There comes now Salaam Wow, the winner free kick. Santiago making a late push right there. Of course, Salaam Wow will fancy a delivery into the forbidden area. Walid Dehia, he leaves the ball and goes forward. You think he'll be looking for a brace? Kasbar will be making the delivery. Kasbar for Salaam Wow. Here comes the delivery for Salaam Wow. Beautifully done, but of course captain Guy Ball clears away from the danger area. Here comes Salaam Wow. Can they keep the ball in check? Yes, Majur Majok gains possession for Salaam Bor. Yeah, he has opportunity. He has a number of men. But of course, his pass is deflected out of play. Throw in for Salaam Bor. His target was Santiago, who is being man-marked. That is by Ball John. Santiago goes past John, but of course, he's dispossessed. Here comes Salaam Wow. Majur Majok. Here comes of course, that is of course, remember in the previous game, Madik Maker equalized through a free kick, and he'll be taking this. Here comes a delivery. Madding's mark, of course, a delivery. Not far from danger yet. Still in the area. Eventually out of the danger area. Of course, job perfectly done by Mabok. Shot number 15 for Salaam Wow. And of course, a player is brought down. Free kick for Salaam Wow. Both fans not happy contesting the decision. But of course, the players are falling back to go and defend. And of course, to keep matters as they are. 1-1 it is. And of course, we are in the second half of the Salaam derby.
A game that calls for all defensive duties from both sides, and you need to both defend and attack if you need to win this game. Is something that I've noted already in this very game. Salaam FC need to make sure that they really defend very well, because Salaam FC of Wow might take a big advantage. Meanwhile, Salaam FC of
Wow, here they go. It's Mabok for Salaam Wow. Mabok is dispossessed, but of course wins it back. Here comes Choriak, the danger man. Choriak makes a long one forward. Mabir Herjo comes out, cleared by Robert Joseph for Salaam Wow. The ball is begging and eventually makes the way all the way out. Throw in for Salaam Wow, ball to be taken by Majur Majok. Takes a long one. Can he control? He's pushed, but of course doesn't go down. A referee says play on. Okay, here comes danger. Osman, 2-on-2. A third person joined. It's 2 against 3. Can Salaam Wow get the winning goal? He has opportunity. Can he get it? Opportunity! Can he make it? Can he make it? Oh my goodness! Salaam Wow will regret forever. This is an opportunity to kill the game, and they miss it. Mabir Herjo comes and picks the ball up for Salaam Bor, and finally he's dispossessed. Qual Michael, give him his flowers. He should be man of the match so far. He has been outstanding, and he has done it beautifully. 3 one-on-one saves for Qual Michael in the Salaam derby, and of course he grabs the ball and takes his time on it.
When talk about a beautiful performance in this very game, then you'll never rate out the name of Kwal Michael in this very game. So far, 4 world-class saves in a game is not for every goalkeeper, but then Kwal Michael really did so much brilliant job. And yes, you think he is a high contender for the man, actually for the man of the match in this very game. And of course, a chance that yes, Salaam FC of Wow would definitely regret probably in of course in any moment that maybe if Salaam FC of Abur will kill it, they'll definitely regret that chance. What a chance it was! What a turn from Osman, and of course Mr. Oliver seems to be a man on a mission in this very game.
Here comes Salaam ball through John. John sends the ball through into the middle. Khalid Juma. Khalid Juma's pass is stolen away. Salaam ball.
Really. Oh my goodness! Oh my God! What a goal for Salaam Football Club of Abur.
Ladies and gentlemen, he does this new slides. Salaam ball. Of course, after dancing through, he puts it behind Robert Joseph. You would think that was something in the pipeline coming, but of course, Salaam ball keeps on surprising everyone. They take the lead for the second time. The question is, will they hold on to the lead? But for how long? Salaam ball 2, Salaam Wow 1. Ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute
Definitely, if you have a Mr. Mabior in your team, then you should be knowing that yes, you should be maybe leading by a goal to 0. He's a ready material. He's always ready to tap goals. He's ready to give you a goal when he really wants it. That's Mr. Mabior. 7 goals for him in this very campaign. And of course, talk about a hat-trick, a brace, 1 goal. And of course, today, of course, ready a goal for him to his name, Mr. Mabior. What a player, what a footballer he is, Mr. Mabior MB, of course, for Salaam Football Club of Abur. And of course, Salaam Football Club of Abur is always lucky when we talk about football, especially in this very national league. Remember, this is not the first time that they are definitely coming from this very scenario. They have faced this scenario in several times. So they continue with this very issues in the game for football. Can they continue with it and win this national league? Remains a very big question. 2-1 for them is something for them to smile. Good atmosphere at a Bullock, and of course a very huge atmosphere at a Bullock this very evening.
Salaam with the free kick to be taken by Wally Day here. The man that collects matters a little bit earlier on. A beautiful delivery cleared by Guy Ball. Yeah, comes getting mom. A dangerous one for Salaam. Ball. Can they keep the ball in play? Not really. Finally cleared out of a danger area. They still have the ball anyways. Beats 1 man. Can he go? Yes, he's still going through. He beats 2 players. And of course, eventually, frustration through the fans of Salaam Bor as a referee awards a free kick to Salaam. Wow. Salaam Wow, how another free kick. And you think they will fancy delivering it into the forbidden area? About 4 wide shots in the penalty area, cleared away from the danger area. Not very far. Still kept in play by Khalid Juma. Beautiful defending. They have possession. Here comes Majur Majok for Salaam Bor. Majur slices the ball through the flanks. John wins a throw in for Salaam. Wow. Khalid will medically be checked on. Of course, you will think referee will not make so many decisions in that regard because the player is out of the designated area. Here comes Mabok. Mabok. He's being man down. 3 men holding him down. Here comes now Salaam Bor. Salaam Bor looking for another one. Salaam Bor. Beautifully done. Can they get a job done? Opportunity. Robert comes out. He's beaten. Delivery. Oh my goodness. Off target. Goal kick to Salaam. Wow. Oh my goodness. Salaam Bor should have gotten the 3rd goal of the game. But of course, here comes Salaam. Wow, they don't have time to waste. They're looking for an equalizer. Beautifully done. Cleared away by Captain Guy Ball into the area. Salaam Bor, half possession. Further visual, preparing extra time. Here comes Salaam Bor. It's Garang Mom. Garang Mom takes a long one forward. Here comes the run. Robert Joseph comes out and grabs the ball for Salaam. Wow. Robert sends it forward. He has no time to waste. Sent forward immediately by Majuru Majok. Long one up front. Beautifully controlled and sends it. Paul Michael clears. 4 minutes additional. A time to be played in this particular game. It still remains Salaam Bor 2. Salaam Wow 1. Of course, a player to medically be checked on. Paramedics running into the pitch. And of course, Salaam. Guy keeps it out of play. Clears. Here comes a Mabur. He beats his man. Goes down. A Cholriak. Evergreen. Not tired. Follows up quickly. Santiago follows in closely. Of course, Robert delivers. Brushed forward. What can he do? Majur Majok. Majur holding it down. Wins a throw in for Salaam Bor. What a player. Today he has been absolutely crazy on the left flank. I'm talking about Majur Majok. Systematically edging towards the end of the game. Here comes Mabir's brush. Opportunity for Salaam Bor to get the third. Can he cross? Oh my goodness, goes into the hands of Robert Sanchez. Joseph rather. Ladies and gentlemen, there comes the final whistle. Salaam ball. Take the name Salaam as they beat the compatriots from Wow by 2 goals.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
How has been the game?
So the game was really so hard and things. So that was through hard work. So we believe in hard work in football. So that's why we won the match.
What do you think for the next game?
So next game, so the football is not easy. So all games are all hard, and we always take them as finals because so whenever we lose any 3 points, we don't feel like we're really okay, and we have come from very far. We really want to go back with the trophy this time.
What do you say to your fans and also other officials?
No, through fans, I thank them a lot because through them we also get morals from them, and without them sometimes football is not interesting, but through fans football is enjoying. So we hope and I encourage them to support us always like that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Congratulations. We'll see you next.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Yes, this is our man of the match. You can go. He's our man of a match today, and we are yet to get the coaches. They're also coming and they tell us what they have to tell us about the game. How was the 90th minute of the game between the Bor FC, Salaam FC of Bor, and also Salaam FC of Wow? You know, it's a Salaam derby, and also we are still continuing. Let's just get, we have a coach here, coach from, coach of Salaam FC. Wow. How was the game?
أنا بقول هارلق للجمهور بتاع دواء ونادي سلام. والله الجيم كان قوي ونادي سلام واو ضيع فرص. يعني مباراة أساسا مباراة بتاعنا، لكن إنت كان في كرة قدم بتضيع أجوان بتستقبل جون. يعني ضيعنا من أكثر من 6 أجوان استقبلنا هدف. ونقول هارلق لجماهير بتاع سلام وهارلق لجماهيرنا ومواطنين بتاعنا في ولاية قرب بحر الخزاز وكان في واو المقيمين في جوبا. المباراة القادمة إن شاء الله هيكون أفضل.
Coach, first half تكمل تمام، لكن أنا ما أعرف مشكلة كان وين second half.
والله في ضغوطات بصراحة، يعني لياقة بدنية بتاعنا ما كوف. أنا بنحاول لأنه أنا أول حاجة أنا كررت الكلام ده، جينا بعربات من تحت وأنا في معسكر ذاته قاعدين ننوم تحت في متروس تحت باودة، وتمرين تلعب الليلة وبكرة مباراة، تلعب تمرين واحد بكرة مباراة. ففريق سلام بور اتفوق علينا برغم بعدد بسيط، وزايد ريد كارت بتاع ميدفيلدر نمبر 4 جاب لنا مشكلة. عشان كده نتيجة بقى لسالة بتاع بور، لكن أنا ديد أجوان شديد. لو أنا دخلت أجوان ده أنا كان حسمت النتيجة. أنا بقول هارلك
يا زول قصنا لمباراتنا الجاية في شنو تبغى تقول سوانا عشان أنا يا زول بعرف
مباراة الجاية لازم وينز كروينز ما في حاجة، عشان أنا بوينز نكون مع سلام سوا في بوينتس. مباراة الجاي ما بسمع أنا درونز أو كده إلا وينز، وإن شاء الله أنا بوينز.
Okay, شكرا coach. Yeah, he's a coach from Salaam FC. I'm joined. Let me invite my colleague Mr. Alex to also take me through the coach of Bor FC.
All right, thank you so much, and I'm joined by the coach of that is Salaam FC, who is with me. Yes, first of all, tell us about this game. How was it in your side? I think it was a much important win for you.
Yeah, I have to say that this is one of the most hardest games since we have started this journey of South Sudan Nation League. But we started very well. For the last 20 minutes, it was okay. Then things get tough. When we got red card, we were down by 1, but we just move on slowly, try to control the games, and we have got the result that we wanted.
So what's your next plan for your next game that will be on Friday against Almeric FC of Bentiu, returning leg?
Yes, we are always ready for any game, so we treat every game to be the final for us, you see. So when we go for the games, we have to treat every game as a finals, and we have to be ready for any of the game that is coming ahead of us. For the game of Marex, so we are well prepared, and it will be a good time for us because we will recovering for some 2 days, and then on Friday, so we are good to go again as them.
All right, thank you so much for talking to SSFA TV. Thank you. And that has been the coach of Salaam FC of Bor that has been talking to us. And thank you so much for those who are watching SSFA TV. We'd like to say that go on and share and subscribe to our link on that's YouTube SSFA TV, and get to watch all the action and the analytical part of it and all the commentary part of it. Thank you so much. I've been with you, Brown, Alex, and much thanks also goes to all the technical team and the producer. Thank you so much. Let's meet again on Friday for the game between Almeric FC of Bentiu and Salaam FC of Bor. Thank you.